This is video number 2 for the Simple Beginner Rigid Heddle Towel. In our last video, we did the hem stitch, and now we have come to the end. I ran out of time last video, so we're going to do it this time. And what I do is I want to hide this as much as possible. So I'm going to go up here to my very next pick. So here it is. I'm going to go up to my very next pick and put it right above, or you can put it right under, however you want to do it, but your next pick. And then I'm going to go down, and I'm going to follow that pick. So I'm going to go down, and then I'm going to come back up here. And my goal is to try to get this thread on top of, or this yarn on top of this yarn. And so I'm going to kind of take my yarn and kind of force it through the center of that yarn like this. Now remember, this is cotton. It's going to shrink, and when it shrinks, you won't be able to tell. So I'm coming back up. Oops. All right. Now I'm about a half of an inch to 3/4 of an inch in, and I always love to look at my yarn and see how many plies. This has 4 plies, so I'm going to come about 1/4 of an inch above and cut 1 ply. And actually, I don't really need this really long thread. Or yarn. I've been sewing, so now I keep saying thread in the place of yarn. It's going to be super annoying. So I've cut this 1 ply. I'm going to go back down and up, following my pick, and I'm just going to leave that there. And I'm pulling my yarn on top of my previous pick because I'm trying to hide it. I'm going to come in here and cut 1/4 of an inch up the other ply. And let me pull that off. That's what's nice about these big eyes, is that it's not tedious. I'm going to go back down into the center of this yarn. I'm going to kind of force my needle, even though it's not sharp, down in the middle of all of those plies. I'm splitting those plies is what I'm doing, and then I'm coming back up to the next space. I'm cutting 1/4 of an inch. And the reason why I'm doing this is because this is a thick yarn. If you look at this is a thick yarn. So when you wash this, it's going to shrink up a little bit, and then you cut it, it's still going to leave kind of a big hole, and that bothers some people. I don't particularly care for it. And so this takes a little bit of time. Now I'm kind of going slow because I'm demonstrating, but this is my last ply. So I'm going to once again go down into the last pick I made before my hem stitch, and I'm going to split the ply. I'm pushing my needle tip, and if you find this is hard, put a sharp needle on there. There we go. And what happens is these little tails, when I go to wash these little tails will shrink up, and if there's any little guys sticking out, I will simply clip them. And if you look, it's a tiny bit thicker, but when this is all washed and everything, you won't be able to see it. It's going to be really cute. So we're going to head to the 3rd video to work on our actual weaving project.